33.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. They just keep firing. They're working that left side. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Floating away. The throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The offense changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Under fire. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Bringing the heat. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
It's a draw. He gave it a big effort, but he stopped at the 22. Not quite enough to move the sticks. It'll be 4th down.
Offense facing 4th down.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's not always the sacks on the quarterback, right? You just want to affect him. You want to get to his legs. And if you can smash him, even better. Hit him in the face, make that ball float up in the air, creates the turnover, creates the big play, momentum shift for the defense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage, and he misses, and probably a good miss because that could have been worse.
So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Give to the running back. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
They feed him again. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Hoosiers just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Looking to the big tight end. Connection to the right. And he'll have to check his fillings after that link, but he did get the first down.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, the ground game. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Navy offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
To the air, it's Daniels. Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll pull it down and run. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Completes it in the middle. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. This time they'll go to the running game. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wants to fire on second down. Right down the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Daniels. The sweet feet buy a little time. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Return takes it inside the 30, down to the 28 as the defense has him setting up shop from there.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Touchdown, Navy! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. Breaks into the open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Pressure coming. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
To the air. It's Mendoza. Rushes on him. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Missed the connection on second, now looking at a third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the missed connection on third down.
I love when defensive linemen play with this type of awareness. You knew he wasn't going to be able to get to the quarterback, so he slows the rush down, IDs and finds out where the QB is, and then gets his big old paws up in the air to bat it away.
And the Hoosiers will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Under fire. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Handoff from the gun. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Well, I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
To throw, it's Daniels. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Snags it inside the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Makes the grab. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Got his man. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman. Quick strike through the air for the score.
The gamble pays off on offense. I know there are a lot of coaches out there that would have just kicked that field goal in the final play of the first half. Instead, they decide to throw it. And when you've seen these two guys hook up as many times as they have in the past, why not just do it? Great job executing. They're on the same page. They get the score in the end zone on the short throw, and they've got the lead going into halftime.
The Hoosiers will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Almost took that one all the way back.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Pushes toward the goal line. Touchdown, Indiana! They take the lead with the 6.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Here's the pressure. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time, they'll crank it up from inside the red zone.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down.
And into the end zone, and he finds his way out of bounds real close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job.
Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Navy offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Quickly complete. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. Navy now facing 3rd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Oakland. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
46-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking.
Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Tackle is made at the 42-yard line.
Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 3 in the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Mendoza. Finds a man on the right. Turning it on. The 40. At the 30. 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Indiana!
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Navy will go back on the attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter. Get in your nickel packages. You know the
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Miami Hurricanes. C-A-N-E-S. Canes. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to pass. It's Pavia. He's got an open man. There he goes. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes the catch. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Back to pass, it's Pavia. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
They go back.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one. But don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Open space at the 25. There he goes. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
Tackle on the play.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
They'll leave it with him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
And the Hoosiers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hoosiers! these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And the Hurricanes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. He lofts one down the sideline. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
The give on the inside. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And, man, that's a great job by this defense using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Extending the play. Trying to find his man in the middle. Makes the grab on the big throw. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Pavia. Going for it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. On the ground, it's Riley.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
They'll take over 1st.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it much better. Breaks into the open. He's at the touchdown, Indiana! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Looking downfield, it's Pavia. Right on the money. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. The Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Stands in and takes the hit. Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Moving out of the pocket. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Great job by the defense that time getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Pocket breaking down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that 3rd down sack set them back, but they'll go for it here. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Rivers. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
at the 40.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rivers. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Good enough.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds his tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Indiana.
The Hoosiers with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Mendoza. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Quarterback making adjustments. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snares it outside, it's Rivers. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Lets it fly. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Unloads to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
One more snap coming before halftime. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Indiana.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Pavia. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
It's so important to start the second half with a lot of momentum. You call a nice shot play early. The quarterback's dialed in, finds the open target, throws a strike. Nice way to build some confidence early here in the second half.
This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. To the ground with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. It's complete to the right. At the 35, he's loose. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Cobb sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it and fires to the left. Got enough space. Touchdown, Indiana. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Well, this receiver is making this passing attack look like it's going against air.